Hi guys, and welcome to the first review video of the new year. Now this is something I haven't really done in the past, and it's something that I think will add value to you guys, is club reviews. Obviously there's a lot going around on YouTube at the moment, but a lot of these are reviews from professional golfers, people who actually hit the center of the club face quite a lot. If any of you have seen any of my course vlog videos or other recent videos, or any videos in the past to that matter, you would notice that I don't hit the middle of the club face that often. So I'm hoping if I can bring some club review videos over to you guys that you can relate to a little bit more, I think that might add value to you guys and maybe something a bit different in terms of club reviews. But anyway, the first review of the year are the new Mizuno drivers. Now, any of you that don't know, I've been using Mizuno irons and wedges for the last 4 to 5 years, and I love them. I've never really been drawn towards the drivers and woods, and I think a lot of people may relate and agree to that. However, this year is a little bit different because it's the first time the Mizuno woods and drivers have really caught my eye. Now, the model of this year is the JPX ONE Standard and the JPX ONE Select. So first of all, that simplifies things because most brands have 3 to 4 different driver heads. And then looking at the driver itself, it looks like a Titleist driver from underneath, which is obviously super clean looking. The face looks like a QI10 face, but with their own technology in the face. And then looking from it at address, it's got its own unique look to it. It's almost got a sort of Titleist look, but then with a little bit of a blue tint in there, with a bit of carbon fiber look. So it's the best looking driver Mizuno have ever made, without a shadow of a doubt. But how does it perform? So the face name is called Nano Alloy. I don't know a huge amount of detail on that, and I'm not going to go into the scientifics of it because everyone else has done that. But basically what it's meant to do is just increase ball speed. So it's meant to be a bit more of a trampoline effect, which obviously was banned in previous years based on other materials. But the main thing is, let's test it out and see how it performs. Again, look-wise, it looks amazing. I'm going to start off with the JPX ONE. I've got this all in standard setup. I've tried to match my shaft that I use as closely as I can. Again, none of this is fitted. This is just out of the fitting kit, as standard as I can get it. And I'm just going to be hitting the two next to one another and see what the difference is. They're both in a 9-degree head. I've never been drawn to Mizuno woods. They've never been renowned for the wood side of things. They've always been amazing irons, but I think this year might be a turning point for them. Obviously you've got the likes of Marco Penge, who've had an amazing year last year with the old driver. I think it's going to be a very exciting year for Mizuno, but let's see how they perform against each other. So guys, I'm going to start with the JPX ONE head in the 9-degree in a Tensai 1K black 65 gram X stiff, which is as close as I can get to my current gamer in terms of shaft wise. I'm going to hit 5 with this, 5 with the select head, 5 with this again, 5 with the select head, just so we can alternate to make it fair, and we'll see what the differences are afterwards. I do just want to note that I have not been hitting driver great. I haven't actually played golf on the course for probably 2 months now because the weather's not been great. And obviously with Christmas and other things, there's been a lot going on. I want to see how this goes. That felt so solid and nice off the face. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but that was really nice. Spin 2000, total distance 293. That's very encouraging, and I have to admit, that felt really solid off the face. Wow. Okay. T's got stuck in the screen as well. God, Mizuno might be on something here. This is very, very impressive. And this is the standard head as mentioned, so this is going to be the spinnier head out the two, but the slightly more forgiving head. Okay, I caught that out the toe. That was a bad swing. That's actually still gone quite good. Guys, I am actually going to keep all my bad shots in here as well, because I think in previous testing, and a lot of people will take the bad shots out, I'm going to keep them in there because I think it's important to see where your bad shots go. Because at the end of the day, you've got to try and play to your misses. And if you have a driver or if you've got a golf club which will help you dial in your misses so they're not as bad, I think that's more important than trying to hit it as optimal as possible. And that was a miss, but I'd say that would be on the left side of most fairways, if not just in the rough, and that's still gone decent distance. That was a really bad strike. That was a really bad golf swing. I'm going to show you, I mean it's straight down the middle, but I literally almost missed the face. That was all me. I'm just going to show you where I've hit that. Look at that. So actually, considering I've almost missed the ball, that's actually gone all right. Can you guys tell I'm a little bit rusty after Christmas? Okay, that's my usual miss. Just left the club face wide open. Because that is just going to add loft, add spin, 3/8 spin. That's completely on me there. Just a terrible golf swing. Okay, that's our first 5 done. Let's head into the select head, which is the lower spinning, less forgiving head, which is what I'm more used to. And let's see how that performs in comparison with this. And then we'll switch again and do another 5 each. Okay, so we have the JPX ONE select head, again in the 9-degree head, the same shaft as what we were just using as well. And I have to admit, I do prefer the look of this behind the ball. It looks like it sits a little bit more open than the standard head, but the head shape is way more compact, something I'm more used to. Still looks like it could be quite forgiving, but again, a really, really good looking driver behind the golf ball. They've outdone themselves this year, I think Mizuno have. They're going to surprise a lot of people. Oh my God, that felt unbelievable. That felt so good. Yeah, the spin's dropped over here, so down to 2.144 with that one. I think I do prefer the shape of this. The feel-wise, there's not much in it, I'd say, off the face. Both drivers feel really solid off this face. It doesn't feel soft, it feels powerful. Whatever this material is, it really, really bounces off it and feels very solid. Oh my gosh. I think I might have found my new driver for the year. Again, guys, this has not been fitted for me at all. This is just as similar as I can get from our stock fitting shafts, straight into the 9-degree head. I have not moved anything, haven't touched any sleeve changes or weight changes or anything like that. And I don't know if I need to be honest. I mean, those two there have come out really nice. Okay, so that's slight low heel strike, and that's almost a center line job again. So that's my bad strike miss, which is low heel, and that's, okay, it's gone up to 3,000, but that's still 275 total. And that's as bad as the strike can get a lot of the time. Okay, just open club face. Good strike. Okay, I just tried to square that one up a bit more and I've overdone it, but yeah, that's come out nice still. Really, really, really impressed so far with that driver. That's something that I could easily put in the bag, even without getting that optimal and getting that fitted. Right, go back into our set of 5 with the standard head. It's a centre line jobby. A little bit off the bottom of the face, but that's almost on the line. I think what I'm starting to see already from this head, as good as it feels, it does spin up a little bit too much for me in the 9-degree head. So I think I would be in the select head. Okay, that's out the toe. It's out the toe and it's still centre left of the fairway. feel like that one might have been the best one so far. That's right at the bottom. Have to admit, this driver is really forgiving because that is right at the bottom and that's straight down the middle. I think it's going to spin up a bit and the ball speed would have dropped. Okay. A little bit open. Right, into our final 5 with the select head. Again, this is looking like it's my favourite looking head and performing head. They both feel pretty similar off the face as mentioned, but yeah, this would be my pick so far without even looking at the numbers. I just think it's a great looking driver. Sits really nicely, feels great. Something I could easily put in the bag this year. A little bit across it, but that felt like a half decent strike. Okay, that is straight out the toe, like really out the toe. And that's done pretty well. I'm going to show you where that strike was, just to show you how forgiving it is. Look how far out the toe that was. That dropped the spin down and would have dropped the ball speed down. But that still come out really nice. Getting this out the toe as well. Bit of distance again. Okay, last drive with the select head. Oh, that was a terrible swing, terrible strike. Okay, so that is all the shots that we're going to hit. Let's have a look at the results and compare the differences between the two. Right, so looking at the differences between the two, there is quite a drastic difference, I would say. And I just want to reiterate that I have left every single shot in there. I haven't deleted any shots. I haven't stopped a shot being counted as the data. I just wanted to keep it as consistent and as accurate as possible. So looking at the top one here, the JPX ONE 9°, that's the standard head. So the ball speed was a little bit down from the select head. The select head went up quite a decent amount actually. But it was actually launching a little bit lower. That might be due to strike. And as we thought, the spin was up as well, at an average spin of 3,100, which for me is a little bit too high. With an average carry of 255, total distance of 273. So it's definitely coming out shorter than the select head. And if you look at the dispersion as well, it's a little bit more left and right misses than the select head. Again, I have not tinkered with this at all, so this is probably not in the best spec I can get it in. This is literally just pretty much straight off the shelf, picking a shaft, which I think could suit me, and then putting it straight into the 9° head. So there's a lot of tinkering around I could do. So looking at the flight as well, I did prefer the flight of the select head. I felt like it was way more forward. Just gave me a bit more confidence to try and get through it a bit more without the feeling that if I really went at it, it would go left, which is what I felt like a little bit with the one head. But overall, really impressed with those drivers. Again, as mentioned before, it's not something I've really been drawn towards as Mizuno drivers. But I think this year they are going to do really well with that driver. Something I could easily put in the bag, especially when I get it tinkered in to what would suit me best. Guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please give it a like down below. Also need to mention, I think I have in previous videos, but with Evolution Golf, you have my discount code AWGolf10. That gives you 10% off the whole site, whatever it is you want, including these drivers. So you could definitely get a very good deal on these. Just use my discount code, that gets you 10% off, and it does also help the channel out as well. I am going to be doing a direct comparison with both of these drivers in separate videos versus my gamer driver, which is my QI35 LS head. That driver has been amazing for me, so it will take some beating, but I am going to try and see if I can get this in a better setting, these drivers, to try and give it a bit more of a chance against my driver. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, again, give it a like down below. Comment down below what reviews you would like to see, and I'll see if I can make that happen on the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.